Bali. I did a video just before we came away on holiday where I showed you the products that I was going to take away, such as my hair straightener and my shampoo, and I ran out of time to actually film a video of what makeup products I was going to bring with me. So here is the items that I actually brought with me. Now for foundation, I have brought 3 different foundations. I've brought the LS Mineral Liquid Powder Foundation with an SPF of 15. I have found this has worked really well in the humidity that we're experiencing here. I also brought my Jane Iredale Amazing Base. This is brilliant for adding a little extra coverage over my face. I've also been using it down my neck and on my décolletage, and I've also used this sort of to powder my nose as it gets quite sweaty here. For the evening, I've brought my Bourjois foundation, the Healthy Mix. This is one of my most favourite foundations, and I've found that this has even worked quite well even in the humidity. I intentionally brought it mainly for night time, but during the day this has worked exceptionally well as well, just with a little bit of powder over the top. Also brought my colour corrector from Makeup Forever. This one here helps to get rid of my dark rings, and I have found that even though I've been getting a bit of rest, I still have the dark rings. They haven't disappeared, so this has been awesome to have with me. I also brought along my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I have found that I haven't really needed to use that very much. My skin has been really good whilst we've been away, and the dark rings are probably not as noticeable. One thing I have noticed is that I've been wearing much less makeup on this trip than what I do at home, because I've found that I've had more of a glow in my skin. The other things, I have actually brought a couple of blushes. I am a real fan of cream blushes. The Makeup Forever HD blush here is brilliant in this heat. It stays put, won't go anywhere. One of my other favourites has been the Stila Convertible in Gerbera. I have used this most days, and I just layer a powder over the top to get more lasting power in this heat. Now, talking about blushes and things like that, one of the things that I really like about palettes is that sometimes you come across a palette that pretty much has everything that you need. This one here, the Too Faced Little Black Box Book of Beauty, is brilliant because it not only has your bronzer, illuminator, 2 blushes, a whole heap of beautiful colours that actually work really well for natural looks, but you can also build them up for a more dramatic look. And also behind the little mirror is a lip gloss. I haven't used the lip gloss on this trip, but it is quite handy. So this has been really good for pretty much everything that I need. But because I'm in a tropical location, I also wanted to bring something that had a bit of more colour rather than the neutrals. So I brought the Urban Decay palette that I have here. Can't actually remember what it's called, but as you can see here, there's a lot of really beautiful vibrant colour there, which works particularly well with the colour that I have on today. You can also use these wet, so you can use them as an eyeliner as well. One thing that I've used every single day that I've been here has been the Maybelline Colour Tattoo. This one here is in Toughest Taupe. The thing that's lovely about this is that I use this as a base, and it holds the powder on if I'm going to put powder on over the top. This is a really neutral colour. It doesn't interfere with any other of the brighter colours that I want to put on, and I've found this has been a really useful tool to have with me. Now, in the Too Faced Little Black Book, the colours in here are quite shimmery. So what I also brought with me was my Revlon Colour Stay palette here. This one here is in Attitude. Now, the main reason that I brought this is because I actually use a combination of those 2 colours for my eyebrows. But I can also use it as an eyeshadow, which is what it was originally intended for. So that's been a really useful product to have with me. For my eyeliners, I brought 2. I brought my LS powder liner. This one here is in the brown. Now, I haven't worn much eyeliner on this trip. What I have done though is tight lined my eyelashes so that I get a bit more fullness through the lash, and this has been perfect for that. It also has on the other end, it's got its little smudger brush on the end there, so that helps to give a more natural look. When I've been going out at night, I've been using my trusty Maybelline Master Precise. This is my all-time favourite liquid liner, and one that you definitely have to have in your beauty case. For mascara, this is my favourite mascara at the moment. This is the Benefit. They're real, and I've used this every day on this holiday. It's stayed put. I haven't had any problems with any smudging during the day. Even when I feel like my face is melting, it's still stayed put. So I highly recommend this for, particularly for humid holidays. For lip products, I only actually brought a few. I bought a couple of lipsticks, and and this one's not coping particularly well in the heat. This one here is the Models Prefer. Doesn't actually have a colour written on it, but it's a really beautiful pink. I love this colour. It feels really comfortable to wear, but as I say, has not performed well in the heat in the actual tube, but does perform well on the lips. I also brought my Mimco Bright Pink Lipstick. This one works really well for a really bright pop of colour, and I've found that as my face has been melting, that having a bright lipstick's really been great. One of the products I've worn every single day has been the Lana Lips. This one here has got an SPF of 15, which is great when you are out in the sun, and it gives a beautiful pop of colour, so I've worn that every single day. Last but not least is probably one of the most inventive products and most important products to take when you go on holiday. This one here is a Peter Thomas Roth. This is an Instant Mineral SPF 45. The product's actually in the tube. As you can see, it's got a brush. The thing that's brilliant about this is I can put my makeup on, and then during the day, if I want extra sun protection, I just wipe this over my face and I know that I'm well and truly covered. So this is something I highly recommend for humid holidays. Thanks so much for watching, and unfortunately we're going to be back home in a few days where it's going to be cold, so I'm going to enjoy the last few days of this heat. See you later.